What is up, Champions fam? It's Zeke 410 back with a brand new WWE Champions video, and today we are covering tag team links. When you are playing this game, there's a lot of things you want to keep in mind as you press forward and on into the end game part of Champions. So, aside from choosing the proper champions that suit your type of gameplay and covering specific classes in acrobats, powerhouses, showboats, strikers, technicians, and tricksters, as well as covering categories such as Attitude Era, Legends, Modern Era, and New Generation. And we can't forget about our lovely ladies for our mixed match versus as well as women's evolutions tours and content. You need to always consider which champions am I going to take the 3-star gold and 4-star and beyond, who also have very useful tag team links. Now, there's a variety of tag team links. Now, right here, you see a show link. Now, these links are crucial because they basically give you a boost to your move points, aka also known as MP. So there's a couple of show links that are in Champions right now. You have WCW, you have ECW, you have SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. So you always want to keep these in mind. And when you're doing these tag team links, you always want to think about this. One of these champions, or maybe even both of these champions, depending on how much you like them, are going to be at 3-star gold or higher. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm not covering 3-star bronze or silver. You know the process that you have to go down. You know what champions you need to choose. So let's just talk like we are some intellectuals playing a game that we love and we want to learn more knowledge so we can take our game a step further. So when you come to this, you realize, okay, I can run, my top guy with a guy that's fodder or a female that's fodder. I can run two guys that I really enjoy or two women I really enjoy that are both stacked in OP, maxed out to the brim, got the proper trainers on them. But ultimately, these type of links are going to benefit you because it is going to allow you to get your moves off faster. Certain moves have very low move charge. So when you have a show link, it is going to allow you to get that move off instantaneously, allowing you to gain the upper hand right out of the gate. So you always want to keep in mind, do I have a champion that's going to be 3-star gold or 4-star and above that has a proper show link? Another interesting link to consider is gem generation links. Now, right here, we have the Heart Foundation. And right here, you see moves that generate green gems will create 3 more. So imagine if you got lucky and you pulled Alberto Del Rio and you got him at 3-star silver 5K. Those 3 extra gems are going to be crucial, very important, very nice, allowing you to dish out extra damage throughout your different types of tag team content. So always think about that. Do I have a champion that's going up for me for feuds, invasions, possibly in-game content that has a link that's going to allow me to generate more of a specific gem? So that's another type of tag link you want to look at. Another useful tag link, if you're not looking for a show link like WCW or SmackDown, is a link where you match gems and that's going to increase your MP. For example, the Giants, Andre the Giant and Big Show. When you got these guys together, whether you're running the Showboat version of Andre, the Trickster version of Big Show, or you're running the Trickster version of Andre and the Powerhouse version of Big Show, basically, whenever they make a red match, that is going to allow them to increase their red MP of their red moves by 2 move points. Now, think about this. Andre, if you equip him with Striker Sting, the red MP trainer, and you also equip him with X-Pac Acrobat, where with X-Pac, when you match red gems, it's going to do the same thing. Going to basically increase your red MP by matching red. And when you have Striker Sting, who is basically the red MP trainer already, regardless of where you have Sting placed on Big Show or Andre, regardless of how you have that set up, they're going to be getting their moves off instantaneously. So this is something that you also want to consider. Do I have a champion or champions that have links that are going to benefit me in this type of way. Because again, you could run two heavy hitters, you could run one heavy hitter and fodder. So regardless of how you care about Big Show or not, you could easily make your Andre OP. And even on the flip side, if you are a person who's a huge fan of Big Show and you prefer to run the Big Show or Giant instead of Andre, you could flip the script and the link is still going to be critical and very useful to you. But then there are also some unique types of tag team links. Some reduce damage, some increase gem damage. But then there's also utility type links, such as this one. The two-man power trip link, to many, they may not care about it. But I'm the type of guy that's going to let you in on a little secret, a little hint, just so you're aware of why I like this link and why I'm showing this link to you. Stone Cold Steve Austin, striker, Steve Austin, Austin 316, has a submission move, a black submission move. Now, their two-man power trip tag team link says all submission moves last 2 more turns. Now imagine if you have a 3-star Austin, and imagine if that 3-star Austin is equipped with Zombie KO as a trainer, who is at 3-star silver 5K, giving you more turns on black submission moves. Imagine running that. That is going to be very clutch, especially if you don't have the proper roster yet to get you through certain difficult tag teams. Because by running this type of setup, if you had Zombie KO and Bray Wyatt Striker on Steve Austin to get that submission off like instant, he's going to be able to drain his opponents without issue and giving him more time to finish the job. Because more than likely, people are going to be running Steve Austin over Triple H. It's just how it is at the moment. But these are the type of links you also want to consider. Do the champions that I have ready to go up to 3-star gold and 4-star, do they have a link that could prove to be quite useful in versus play on certain tag team nodes on the road, or even in limited time tours? So that's something you also want to keep in mind. And when it comes to champions, there's a plethora of links that are out there. You just got to figure out which champions you like to use and which champions you want to invest in, and look at their links and consider what the possibilities are with the other champions you have on your roster. Because, for instance, there are champions out there that are OP, top, top, top tier champions like Brock Lesnar, next big thing, right? He does enough damage by himself with Steel and Titus on him that he doesn't need a link. And that is probably why they didn't give him a link. But think about that, okay? Because, yes, Brock Lesnar, the next big thing, is a god tier champion. There's no denying that. And maybe they figured, you know what? He's that powerful and he's a striker. Let's just give him a link that's going to give him more gem damage, because strikers have the highest gem damage in the game. He doesn't really need other links when you think about it, does he? Especially if you get creative and you put somebody like Dude Love on him at 3-star silver 5K, increasing that black gem damage, and you team him up with somebody from Attitude Era, possibly Dude Love himself. Brock Lesnar is going to be doing a lot of damage. But at the same time, I'm going to say this, and a lot of people might disagree with me. I think that a true God tier champion shouldn't just be God tier because they 2-turn kill everybody. That's what Lesnar is known for. You get a green match, you lay down some black random, you make a choose move, connect it all, boom, go night night, rinse and repeat. And that's kind of boring to me. I think a real top tier, God tier champion in all consideration would be a champion that not only delivers when it comes to, whether it be offensive juggernaut, defensive juggernaut, a hybrid. With stacked trainers, I think what should make a top tier, god tier champion is not just what they do in the match, but what they can also bring to the match with their tag team links. And this is what I'm going to show here. This is going to be a bad example, but this is proof of where my mind is going with this statement. You got a guy like Randy Orton, and I'm going to state this now. Whenever you pull up your roster and you go and check out your champions, press the card and go to links. And that's going to show you all of those men and women's links and let you know, okay, what can I do? What can I work with as I continue to build my roster? Randy Orton, the Viper Showboat, may not be a top tier champion. He had his moment in the sun, but that's been done. But one thing that Randy does bring to the table are links. Now look at these links. Modern era, gems do five more percent damage. SmackDown, he gets the move points up. The Wyatt family, he takes 30% less damage from green moves. The Authority, he takes 40% less damage from red moves. Evolution takes 60% less damage from black moves. In the Legacy, matching green gems charge moves by one more move point, similar to the giant link between Andre and Big Show, right? Now, even though Randy isn't a top tier guy like Lesnar, look at the difference in the links. One link for Lesnar, so Lesnar is limited when it comes to tag teams. And most of the times, people usually use Lesnar to clear verses at high tier or just to feud and get millions and millions of points. But my point is, just think about that. He's a top tier champion that everyone considers to be a god, but he only has one link. And then you got a guy who's considered to be fodder in Randy Orton, the Viper, but he has so many links that he can make different people very, very powerful. So, for instance, even if you're not running him, an example, you could run Randy with Luke Harper. They're both on SmackDown, and they also are on the Wyatt family, so he covers that. He's in Evolution, so if you have Powerhouse Triple H, if you have any variation of Ric Flair, Trickster, or Showboat, if you have Batista, he is going to fit the bill there. If you have Stardust, if you were lucky to get Stardust, you can run the Legacy. And another guy that also has a lot of links and a lot of people sleep on is Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, Trickster. He's a guy that a lot of people have on the roster. They may not consider taking him up, but I've seen gameplay of him. He's a solid champ. And if you're a fan of the Nature Boy, then you might want to consider looking into him, because not only is he a solid champion, even if he isn't considered god tier, top tier, he has 7 freaking links. Legends era, gem damage. He has the WCW MP move points link. Evolution once more. He has the Four Horsemen link. He has the Heenan family link, the Millionaires Club link, and the Ric Flair and Greg Valentine link. So this is what I'm saying when it comes to WWE champions. Look at your roster. Think about who you are working on, who you're building. Take a moment to go to your roster, go to your champions, press the card that's usually always in the bottom left part of your screen, go to links, press links, and look at their links and consider, what can you do? Think about the possibilities. And always do this too. When you go into versus or any tag team match, when you select your first champion, make sure that you press links. So when you press to go to your second partner to choose, you're going to see the links from the former champion, and you're going to see what they can do with all the champions on your roster. They're either going to have links with them, or it's going to say no link at all. But inevitably, that's going to allow you to broaden your mindset and experiment with your roster to see, who can I use in certain situations? Who can I use to clear these tours on hard mode? Who am I going to take up the 4-star to clear the road on hell mode? Who's going to allow me to use some very useful links? The only downside about links is this: as many links as Ric Flair has, it's a doggone shame that he can't use all of them. I think something that would benefit all players is if you were able to stack links. Like, for instance, if you put AJ Styles and Luke Gallows or Carl Anderson together, they should have the club link as well as the SmackDown link. That would benefit so many, so many. And it's something that's such a small adjustment that there's no need to really complain about. Think about this, okay? If you ran Trickster Ric Flair, okay, ran him with Arn Anderson, Legend, Trickster, Four Horsemen, Legends era, boom. WCW, boom. Four Horsemen, boom. And they were both a part of the Heenan family, boom. If you had all those links tied together, he would be set. Like, for real, if he was able to apply the legends, the legend era gem damage alongside the move point WCW link and combine that with taking 60% less damage from purple moves and receiving less damage from blue gems, that would be, an interesting scenario considering, taking on certain champions like, I don't know, taking on Deadman if he's running his finisher and running the trap gems, or taking on Undisputed Future Seth. Sometimes you just got to broaden your horizons and think about what is right in front of you. And I'm getting a little long-winded with this video, but that's where I'm going to end it. Links are crucial. So as you build your roster, as you choose your champions from each class, as you choose your 6 men, you choose your female to take up the 3-star gold, 4-star, or how many that you decide to take up depending on your revenue. Always consider their links, their utility, their usefulness, and multiple types of content. So that way you're never wasting your resources and you're always working on the right people. Some champions are bad and they got a lot of good useful links. Some champions are good and they only need one link, and it's justifiable. But ultimately, you always want to play it smart. Look at your links, understand and respect your roster, know the possibilities that come from utilizing your roster properly, whether it be two heavy hitters, a heavy hitter and fodder, mixed match tag teams. It doesn't matter. Always know yourself, know your roster, know your worth, and always make the best decision pressing forward. So know this: bad times don't last, but crown ones do. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. If you are new to the channel, please make sure to drop a people's elbow on the subscribe button, as well as hit a razor's edge on that bell icon so you can receive all future notifications from this channel. Mad love to all of you, and until next time, peace.